Another day, another cause for crypto news. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for hopping into my video. Let's crack on with a bit of cryptocurrency news today. What's going on in the industry? If you're new to the channel, please do me a favor and subscribe. And thank you to everyone who has recently been watching. Circle CEO SAB's Usdc stablecoin providers is in strongest position ever. So we can see Circle behind the Usdc stablecoin is in its strongest financial position ever, according to CEO Jeremy Allaire. Jeremy Allaire, the CEO of the financial service company Circle, moved to quell rumors that the firm's USDC stablecoin is on the brink of collapse. Of course, we've had many depeggings of these stablecoins recently, so the stigma is not necessarily that good, and people are losing their trust in stablecoins. In a Twitter thread published over the weekend, Allaire said he can understand why the crypto community would be paranoid about USDC. No shit. Taking into the account the recent collapse of several prominent crypto projects, yes, absolutely. Circle is in the strongest position it has ever been in financially, and we will continue to increase our transparency. And this is the little thread of tweets right there. So Circle just want to, I suppose, announce to the audience that there is no kind of a reason to be fearful of their platform, USDC being one of the strongest stablecoins out there. What else do we have? We've got some big bullish news for the Cardano network right now, so share this with all your friends, let them know, scream for joy, let off a party pooper, because 4th of July, Cardano Vasil upgrade successfully launched on the testnet. Awesome stuff. This is what we want to see for those big blue chip projects, you know, development in the bear markets. With the Cardano testnet hard fork complete, all that remains is to fork the mainnet, which will come in about 4 weeks, or when developers have had enough time to prepare their tools for their upgrade. We can see scrolling down, project developers, stake pool operators or SPOs, another made up job title, and exchanges are now encouraged to deploy their work on the testnet to ensure integrations run smoothly when the mainnet gets the Vasil treatment in about 4 weeks time. So we can see here input output. We're happy to report that today, 2020 UTC, the IOG team has successfully hard forked the Cardano testnet. So this is super bullish, just the very beginning of, you know, bullishness for Cardano. Once completed, the mainnet, the Vasil hard fork will allow faster block creation and greater scalability for dApps running on Cardano. Input output HK, the organization that produced Cardano, said in a Sunday tweet that in addition to the performance upgrade, the developers would benefit from much improved script performance and efficiency and lower costs. Vasil will also enable interoperability between Cardano's sidechain, one of the main features developers intend to launch in the current Basho phase of the blockchain's development. Basho is the 4th development phase for Cardano that focuses on scaling and will be followed up with a Voltaire phase in which governance will be the main focus. So this is all stuff you can find on the Cardano website, but this is extremely bullish, really bullish news for any Cardano holders out there. And to be fair, it just makes me want to accumulate a bit more. Bear with me. Oh, give me that sugar. Right. The economy probably just plunged into a recession, according to a real-time data tracker used by a key Federal Reserve bank. Oh, I always like, I'm very familiar with that position. I always like, basically, to avoid news when it comes to like optimal fear, optimal greed. However, there are some good points here. We can see there's been no shortage of recession predictions so far this year, with everyone from JP Morgan Chase, CEO Jamie Dimon, to billionaire investor Carl Icahn warning of the potential for an imminent economic downturn. In May, Elon Musk said the US was probably in a recession, keyword probably, that could last up to 18 months and argued it would be tough going for many. Then, just this Tuesday, ARK Invest Cathie Wood said she agrees with Tesla CEO and world's richest man, pointing to rising inventories as retailers is a sign of growing economic weakness. We are certainly in an economic slump. There's there's no boom or anything going on, but it's just interesting to see that the narrative is still trying to push everyone into, understanding that things are looking bad. And it is true. I mean, look at all the stocks up here. They're flashing red. It's not just crypto. It's absolutely everything. Bullish news, on the contrary, MicroStrategy Bitcoin Holdings takes a record 3.4 billion hits. The company says it's playing the long game. So even though they're down 3.4 billion, Michael Saylor and his team are in for the long term, so they care about, the vision across 2030, 2040, 2050, what will happen to them across the years. They're not caring about today, tomorrow, next week. They are in the long term, dollar cost averaging in, and basically increasing their portfolio by buying the dip or, the lows that we're seeing right here. Bit of information about withdrawals. There's a temporary change in the withdrawal limit over here for coin loan. As we see in recent months, crypto lending businesses have faced a litany of challenges. Coin loan is probably one of the companies unaffected by the controversies of STETH, Luna, UST, 3 Arrows Capital, and DeFi protocol issues. The reason is simple: our strategy bars risky activities that could endanger coin loaners' funds. Yet, like any company, we must take notice of the market. The turmoil caused by the issues at several of its participants, BlockFi, Celsius, Voyager, and others, is impacting the whole industry. One of the consequences is a spike in withdrawals of assets from CoinLoan. Our response to the market situation: crypto lending is the backbone of our business. The interest we pay on the interest accounts is yielded by issuing over-collateralized loans to other platform users. Hence, in some instances, the estimated data for complete withdrawal of assets from the interest accounts comes before, not after, loan closure. With this in mind, CoinLoan is taking a preemptive steps to ensure smooth operation in the future. Proactive changes: temporary restrictions apply to the total amount of daily withdrawals per account. Every user can withdraw up to $5,000 per 24 hours, so people are probably going to start making like 8 accounts now or something crazy. The change takes effect immediately of 4th July, so just yesterday. The reduction is provisional. We are looking forward to lifting this measure once the market situation allows it. So it's just because of what's happening in the market at the moment. Things do not look good at all. A bit more news: Crema Finance, DeFi protocol bridge. They were just hacked of $8 million. Another hacking recently occurred, just like the Harmony 1 protocol. So $8 million, we can see our protocol seems that we've just experienced the hacking. We temporarily suspended the program and are investigating it. So not good news for Crema Finance right there. New sheriff in town: government crackdown on crypto's Wild West. Regardless of your position on whether cryptocurrency is a legitimate method of payment, you can't deny its permeation into mainstream society recently. From donations to Ottawa freedom protests to countries approving Bitcoin as legal tender, the use of cryptocurrency is emerging beyond the dark web. Well, come on now. What do most people buy drugs with? What do most people buy guns with? What do most people do bad things with? Money. Normal fiat money. Sure, you know, maybe it is a thing, dark web, cryptocurrency, but there's so many other digital payments. It could be like services like PayPal or something else like Tornado. There could be so many other payment services that also, cross over into the dark web or, the criminal side of things. I don't think we should just point the fingers at, Bitcoin being responsible for the increased rate of crime, if you want to call it that. So I think this is a load of crap, but the fact that governments are picking up on it is supposedly important, because it could mean that governments might try to ban cryptocurrencies or put some regulations around the freedoms of the use of cryptocurrency and who can send transactions, which would of course be bad. But to be honest, it's really cash which is responsible mainly for, crime and stuff like that. Bitcoin miners face an uphill struggle in crypto bear market. Small cap miners worse hit by falling cryptocurrency prices. Publicly listed cryptocurrency mining companies continue to suffer heavy losses on the global exchanges as Bitcoin struggles to stay above the 20k support price. We can see here losses were pronounced for the Nasdaq small caps, with Marathon and Riot Blockchain shedding 80% and 79.5% respectively. Toronto listed Hive Blockchain Technologies, which has mining operations in Canada, Iceland and Sweden. They were the heaviest hit, having fallen 94% in Q2. So yeah, again, it's not good to see that there's a big hit for miners in the market right now, but hopefully we are going to see a lot of accumulation. Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook, say goodbye to their crypto. The CEO of social media giant has just buried the last project of his ambitions in crypto. There has been no official announcement, however. And even if there was one, the announcement would have gone unnoticed. Mark and Zuckerberg and his company Meta Platforms no longer have a digital payments project. So does that mean Meta is currently on hold? Is it going to go forward still? No one truly knows the future, but it could still happen. Maybe it's just crypto is a little bit too dead for them, right? Solana triggers the Ethereum killer instinct to beat the asset on the weekly transaction volume. Really big stuff for Solana holders over here. Of course, I think Solana is ranked 9 at the moment, so still one of the biggest cryptos out there. Definitely don't sleep on this project. So Solana saw almost 630,000 transactions in the last 7 days compared to the little under 500,000 transactions on Ethereum. Probably people can't afford just to keep putting through big transactions over Ethereum because of the gas fees. Reports also indicate that Magic Eden, an NFT marketplace on Solana and a competitor to the OpenSea, saw a high transaction volume on the asset's network. So I believe this is another NFT marketplace. And it does point dangers towards OpenSea. Are we going to see Magic Eden and other NFT platforms overtake the OpenSea space just because of the lower costs and the better user experience? Another big bit of news right here. Celsius Bitcoin liquidation price below $5,000 as company repays $120 million in debt. Celsius Network repaid $120 million to Maker, reducing the liquidation price of its DAI loan to below $5,000. So I suppose this is some good news right there for the crypto community. Lastly, we're going to finish off on our beloved Bitcoin rainbow chart. So despite all the news, this is where we're sitting right now. We're still looking good. 90k, I mean, we're still better than 2020, October, November, December, 2 years ago, 4 years ago. We're looking better. Okay, maybe we're sitting at the same level as the 2017 all-time high. So 5 years later, we're sitting at the same level, except we're in extreme fear. Tell me that's not growth, guys. Anyhow, what you could do to actually take advantage of this right now, not financial advice, is grab some crypto today. So do use the link at the top of my description to buy some crypto, build that long-term portfolio, and do a long-term hodl, guys. It's that simple sometimes, just indicators like this. I will be buying more Solana, probably Phantom, Harmony One, Ethereum, Bitcoin. There's so many other projects too, but I like to stick to 10 to 20 really good ones. If you like the video, make sure you do subscribe, get yourself into the Discord channel, comment, and find yourself in the Telegrams too. Go and explore all of the information in the description box so you can take advantage of all the free resources that are there for you. Thanks so much from Jacob Crypobury. See you soon, guys. Bye for now.